Hey all, I'm just going to jump into it. This is a little bit of a reading of Love Beyond the Game. I'm reading from chapter 12. I'm just going to jump in and you guys can see if you enjoy the little bit that I read. They're at a fraternity party. It's Jeremy's house. Nicole is there with her best friend Julia, and now they have to go to the bathroom. So that is where this is where the scene finds us. Go to the third floor. You can use the bathroom up there. Third door on the left. It's the cleanest one in the house. Sorry, Marty shrugged. That doesn't mean it's... Well, you'll see. He waved us off. I linked my arm with Julia. This is going to be gross, isn't it? I asked. Oh, I'm positive it will be. Squat, Julia suggested as we walked up the steps. Oh, Nate, we heard as we walked past the second floor. We both started laughing as the girl began to moan. That sounds so fake, I said, laughing so hard my cheeks began to hurt. Oh, that so is, Julia laughed, holding on to me to stop herself from falling down. As we approached the third floor, Julia wrapped an arm around mine and pulled me down the hall and into the bathroom. I swear to God, if this is the cleanest bathroom in the house, I don't even want to see the other ones. I literally gagged. Without hesitation, I looked under the bathroom sink, found Clorox bleach, and sprayed the toilet. Are you seriously cleaning their toilet? Julia asked. I looked up at her as I wiped off the toilet seat. Are you tall enough to squat over that thing without your ass touching it? I asked, because I'm not. With only 2 inches on me, I knew there was no way Julia's ass wouldn't touch the seat. So I cleaned it using paper towels and a cleaning brush I found behind the toilet. Jesus, Julia said, standing over me. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right, I said as I put everything away. Come on, Jay, I heard a girl moan. I just stopped and stared at my friend as I sat on the toilet, my pants around my ankles. Bleep. Of course, this was happening right when I had to pee. I wanted to die. The sound came again, the girl moaning outside the bathroom door. Right outside the bathroom door. Bleep, Julia said. Are you done? She asked me. My eyes began to sting. Was this really happening? I mean, I know we hadn't said anything, but I thought, God, I was so bleeping stupid. I quickly finished and flushed the toilet. Seriously, I heard a deep voice say outside the door. Was that Jeremy? His voice sounded angry? Was that how he sounded when he was aroused? Yes, really, the girl said. I'm good, said a male voice. It sounded like Jeremy. I jumped when a thunk sound hit the bathroom door. I looked at the doorknob. My heart was pounding in my throat. I calmed when I saw that the door was locked. Thank God for small favors. My buzz was completely gone. Just like that, I was sober. Just wash your hands, Julia whispered, close to my ear. I nodded and did as she suggested. We waited a few moments before opening the door, just to make sure no one was leaning against it anymore. I took a deep breath, my hands shaking. I couldn't watch him kissing another girl. I closed my eyes so tight. Please, please, please. I opened as quickly as possible and gingerly poked my head out the bathroom door. I looked to the left. No one was there. My heart was pounding so hard my ears were hurting. Thank God Jeremy's room was down the hall. I exhaled. I'd just get my stuff back another day, realizing he must have taken the girl to his room. Bleep it, I would leave it. I turned my head to the right and felt all the blood drain from my body. There he was, a girl hanging on his neck, his back against the wall. I couldn't help it. A gasp escaped my mouth. I placed both my hands over my mouth to stifle the sound, but Jeremy's head shot up and immediately looked over at me. Nick, he said, pushing the girl away and moving his body around her. In the second it took to see their embrace, I pushed open the door, grabbed Julia's hand, and ran. I didn't look left or right. I didn't even care if people were in my way. I ran as quickly as I could. All I could think about was getting as far away from here as possible. Run, Nick, run. Mortification spread through my body like a wildfire, and my face felt as though it was actually ablaze. My eyes burned, and my heart felt heavy, like it had lodged itself in my throat. All I could think about was getting away. What's up? Simon asked as I darted past him. His brows were drawn, confusion written all over his face, as I basically sprinted with Julia to the front door. I didn't say anything to him. I couldn't speak. Nicole, Jeremy yelled. But I didn't stop, and neither did Julia. Jeremy was almost behind us, but when I looked over my shoulder, I saw another girl jump in front of him. Bleeping man whore. What had I been thinking? Julia grabbed my hand and directed me to her car. My eyes clouded with tears streaming down my face as I blindly followed her. I couldn't even fight to hold them back until I was in the car. We ran to the street where Julia had parallel parked, and I opened the car door just as Jeremy ran out the front door, yelling my name. F you, I whispered in my hands as Julia started the car and pulled out. I breathed a sigh of relief when I saw him run onto the sidewalk, almost reaching us before Julia drove away. A loud sob escaped my chest. Then, as I hid my face in my hands, I felt so stupid, so ashamed, so embarrassed, so betrayed. Julia took my hand and squeezed it. My heart was racing. I could barely breathe. I'm so sorry, Nick, Julia said, out of breath herself. Don't, I said, shaking my head. Ugh, my eyes burned as I fought back the tears. Stop it. Do not cry. I would not cry over that asshole. You saw him kissing her? Julia asked. The last thing I wanted to do right now was talk about Jeremy making out with that girl outside the bathroom. Bleep. I stomped my feet and pounded my hand against my thighs. Then my phone pinged and a message appeared. It was from Jeremy. And that's where I'll stop. If you guys liked this little excerpt, please check out my book, Love Beyond the Game. You can get it on Amazon. You can pick it up, Kindle Unlimited. It's also at Barnes & Noble. I hope you liked that. It was a little bit long, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.